And we're back with my good friend Michael Schwartz, who is a loan originator. Thanks for being with me, Michael.
Thanks, Barry, for inviting me here today.
How'd you get into the business?
Well, I started originating mortgages back in 1998. I was working in the banking industry, had an opportunity to start originating loans, and just fell in love with it ever since.
Well, what's some good advice to borrowers starting their search to buy a home?
Well, today's home buyers are doing a lot of research online. They're actually going to different websites to research what homes are available. They're looking at mortgage calculators online to do research about payments, and they're talking with friends and family. And all these strategies are good strategies, yet relying upon self-qualification can present problems, because it would be very heartbreaking to find a home in which you really enjoy and you really want to get into, but then find out that for some simple reason you're not able to get the mortgage. Can present a lot of problems. So for this reason, it's a great advantage to speak with a mortgage professional like me in advance to make sure there's not any pitfalls and we can avoid these things in the future.
Well, what's the difference between a pre-approval and pre-qualification?
Well, great question. Over the years, the two terms have become synonymous with each other. A pre-qualification is like a conversation that you're having with a mortgage loan originator. And basically the conversation is talking about credit, income, and assets. Whereas a loan pre-approval is the actual review of the documentation. So on a pre-approval, the bank is actually looking at your credit report, reviewing your documentation for your income and your assets. And so it's very important. I recommend that people get a pre-approval over a pre-qualification. And what I do above and beyond in order to make the experience a positive one with my borrowers is I take additional steps to ensure that the mortgage is going to get approved. And what I do in addition is I take my time and energy to do verification of employment with the borrower. I also review their tax returns very thoroughly, and if I have any concerns, if there's any red flags, I'll get an underwriter to actually review the file in advance to make sure there's no problems down the road.
Well, I've heard different reasons to refinance, but when does it make sense to refinance?
Well, there's many reasons to refinance a mortgage. For example, borrowers may want to restructure their loan in order to take advantage of the low interest rates, or they may want to refinance their loan from an adjustable rate mortgage or an interest-only mortgage into a fixed rate mortgage. And then there's other reasons, such as taking the equity out of the home, taking the cash from the home in order to use that for college education or to remodel their homes.
So what's your advice to borrowers about how to get the lowest rate out there?
Well, knowing what's on the credit report is the most important part of getting a loan today. Credit is very important. Birthday surprises, visits from distant family members, or gifts for no special occasion are wonderful surprises. However, finding out that an old doctor bill or a collection is on the credit report, that's not such a good surprise. So I recommend that people go to annualcreditreport.com in order to get a copy of their credit report for free. And then that way they can review what's on the credit report, make sure things are the way that they should be, and then be able to take that information, maybe have a loan officer review it, and then be able to, if there's any concerns, get those fixed up before actually applying for the loan.
So how can people get in contact with you?
Well, they can do that a variety of different ways. They can call me direct. In fact, they give you permission to call me anytime that you'd like if you have any questions about the mortgage process.
Put out the number.
The phone number is 561-371-5625, or they can email me at gemschwartz@gmail.com. And of course, they can check out, we have a variety of different websites that they could check out as well if you'd like to list them below.
Great. Well, I really appreciate you being with me. You've provided a lot of useful information to a lot of homeowners and borrowers who are facing a lot of difficulty in their home financing. And I appreciate you being with me.
Thanks, Barry.
And we'll be right back.